Good afternoon to all of you. So, I think Mr. Mohan has given the overview of this program, which is being scheduled. Now, generally we have summer camps all the time, right? You must have seen, I don't know, in Warangal maybe this concept is not there earlier, but in bigger cities and internationally also in many other countries, we always have this concept of summer camps for the children. Because now all these exams will be getting over, many places already completed, and children will be there at home. In fact, last 2 years also children have been at home only, mostly, isn't it? Because of this COVID issues. Even though the online classes were going on, but children generally were confined to the homes and mostly online activities, mostly sitting in front of the computer and or tabs and other things. So, thankfully the third wave has subsided and we are having slightly better times. Situation has eased out. I hope it continues like this because we are seeing in other countries like China, it is again going back to the bad phase. Hopefully so. Now in this background, though it's peak summertime, almost it's like 40 plus, but still now it's a holiday time for the children. Now last few months, students have been attending their schools, colleges. I'm seeing a lot of activity whenever I'm going out, everywhere school children coming out, going, and all these colleges are open. I've been to NIT and some other institutes also where I see all the students. Now finally some activities happening. So in line with that, and I can also see some kids here actually. So this is a unique kind of program. I was also new to this actually. He gave me an overview a couple of days back, and then today it has been told to you. Now generally, as parents, we become very protective about our children. Naturally it happens because kids are there and we don't know they're young and they go out, what they do, what are their activities they do. So we always have some apprehensions in our minds about their safety, their security, and whatever actions they are doing, and whether it should not have any negative impact on them physically or mentally. So we are quite apprehensive of leaving our children alone also, especially this generation I've seen. The parents have become overprotective at times. And the children also, that though the knowledge is good, the children are quite well exposed to information of various kinds. They are very well exposed to the internet, and they know all about TV, and whatever we did not know at their age, they know much more than that. But still, and of course the other part is academics, which is which we all focus on, because after that this is probably maybe 9 to 15 years, right? Yes. Yeah, so that is the age group. So after 15, 16, generally late teenagers, then we think about their career, and so there is a lot of focus on the academics also. We generally, as Indian parents at least, I can say that we push our children a lot for studies and to get into some good college or some have a good something to do with so that they can have a good career in future. However, the overall holistic personality or balanced personality is not just about academics. It's a lot more than that. The academics is just one part, whatever education is imparted. The family, of course, is a primary agency for the socialization of a child. And the next is the school or the college, the peer group, their friends, or with whom they meet every day. That is another second most important. Third most important is the teachers. Many of you are here, I hope. So the overall building up of the character and the personality of a child is not just about studies or getting high scores or top grades in the schools. That is probably just one part of it. I have seen people who have excelled rather in a very outstanding way in academics, but overall they didn't do very well in their life, or probably they were not very happy. So ultimate objective, what is the ultimate objective of why do we study and why do we work and why do we seek for good jobs? So the ultimate objective is pursuing happiness in life, isn't it? That's what we are looking for. If we are not happy with what we are doing or what we have done, then all this education or all the work or all our job or whatever we may be having, it looks like it is of no use. So that pursuit of happiness and internal satisfaction, that peace of mind is something that should come to us at the end of the day. So that is what it should. So whatever we do or whatever we pursue, it should give us happiness. And for this, the children should be prepared to have some sort of autonomy at the initial stages. Now, teenagers are the most difficult students to handle, children to handle, I can tell you. That's why that term terrible teens is there. So they are almost like rebels. They don't listen to the parents. They will have their own viewpoints. They are very inquisitive. They are exploring the things, and they are, coming up with the new facts in life. So they want to understand everything in their own way, and they try to, explore a lot of information. And sometimes it is difficult to control their actions and to channelize them in the right direction also. So in that line, I think this camp would be good, because now children, when they come for any kind of summer camp, I hope this is the first one which we'll be having. So probably the people who will conduct it also will have their own experience in dealing with the children. Probably they have done these camps in other places, but then every place is a new experience. But the children definitely, with the concept which have been explained here, it seems to be quite good and in harmony with the how the children should actually come up. Like first thing, I would say that the social relationships. The children, at some stage, the children should have a sense of camaraderie. They should have a sense of care and respect for others. They should have a sense of team building for any activity. So here, I think during the course of this camp, there will be a lot of activities. It's an activity-based learning. It's not just camping. It's also learning as a part of it through some practical activities. So the children will make up the teams. They will take some decisions. So it helps them. Those may be small decisions maybe for that camp, but then it gives them a lot of confidence. Once they have that leadership qualities, they will be leading in some activities. So they will be taking some small decisions. Some autonomy will come, and they will learn to gel with their peers. The students who have come from other places, whom they don't know. Many of them are not known to them from earlier times. All of them will not be their old friends, right? They are not in the same place. So the children from different places will be coming together, and then how the children adjust to the, to the other children, how the others are doing. So this gives it's a huge quality, accommodation and adjustment, and having that quality of care for others and respecting the diversity, because people will not be similar also. People come from different backgrounds. The children also have different upbringing in their homes. So accordingly, their nature, their personality, behavior also different. So the children will definitely learn to adjust maybe in a day or two. And then normally we pamper our children at home. We have all the electronic gadgets at their disposal, your phones, your AC, TV, everything. So I think there will be a little bit of digital detox for them. They will be there, with other children, and some outdoor activity will happen. Otherwise, nowadays the children do very less. Maybe only those who are a little bit into sports, and as a part of their PT or sports activity in the school, they do it. But otherwise, with the long school hours and pressure of the studies and all that, probably the outdoor activity has come down a lot. Maybe some students, they pursue their hobbies in the form of music or in the form of dance, painting, etc. But number is very less. So coming here, I think that will add, and there is no compulsion to run it through all the 5 weeks. It's your choice. It's a lot of flexibility has been given. So children will definitely, I'm sure they will enjoy it, and with all their outdoor activities, and it will give some balanced view, and then it talks about bringing them closer to nature. That is something that we don't appreciate. You may be having some plants at home, you may be having some pets, but then the concern for the environment, the concern for the nature, and what we can give them back through our simple actions. It's not that it needs out-of-the-box activities to give back to the society or give back to the environment or ecosystem, but it is just small actions and just developing that sensitivity at early age, that why environment is important, why the nature is important, why the animals, birds. It was talking about the coral reefs, water, gel and other things. So these are the basic elements of nature, and which we don't appreciate otherwise. Children nowadays, I don't know how many of them actually get up and see the sunrise, or they appreciate the sunset. Maybe many of our houses don't give a good view also. That's another problem. Our houses are such that we don't have a good view of the sunset and sunrise. So children are not able to appreciate that, and children are not able to go to any water bodies and understand that how it has come up, and there are some small hillocks, and Warangal of course is a heritage. It's a heritage city. So I don't know how many children actually understand how these heritage structures have come up. What is the history behind them, or what is the science behind them? Not only the history is only about your, the dynasties which have ruled here, but the science is also about how those structures have come up in the nature in that format. So many we see all rocks all around here, with small hillocks. How these came up here, and why this area is Deccan Plateau? What is the Indian geography? What it is about? So the diversity that we have even within India, leave aside abroad or other countries, we are hardly aware of actually. Even as adults also we don't know much, to be honest. Children hardly know it. So we don't expose them, and we don't understand and appreciate that these features will be important, or these can also make impact on their minds. So children of this age, they are quite sensitive mentally. They have got impressionable minds, and it needs sort of sensible way to handle the children at this age, and with at least giving them some autonomy, and motivating them, encouraging them to attend some camps here and there. I've seen. I did my basic course in Himalayan Mountaineering Institute in Darjeeling, and they are running some camps for the students. They are running some. Those are not summer camps. They run throughout the year. But they have some schedules, like they will do it for 28 days. And they have a lot of activities. They will actually do the camping close to a forest area, near to a water body. And they will give the children a lot of activity. Okay, you have to reach from here to there, and then you do some treasure hunting. And the children come from across India there. And they are not allowed to meet the parents. The parents will be actually asked to leave after the day one. Once you leave them, and then only if there's an emergency, a medical emergency or some other issue, only they will be made to contact or talk to the parents.